Hey Kinder, hey first grade. Welcome to art at Miss A's house. It is Thursday, art day, best day of the week. And we're gonna be talking about some cool things this week. We are talking about a celebration that happens in Mexico. And Miss A really loves the celebration. There's a lot of color and a lot of culture, a lot of cool things involved, a lot of art. And this celebration is called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. If you've seen Coco, that deals with Dia de los Muertos, and it kind of deals with what we're going to be talking about today. So in Mexico, they have this big celebration, and this celebration deals with remembering those we've lost, people that are no longer here with us, but we want to celebrate them and remember them for everything they were and all the things that they love, and we want to just celebrate them. That's the best way to explain it. So in Coco, if you can remember, there was a flower. They always had these flowers, flower petals, flowers everywhere. Even the big old bridge that they walked over had big old flowers, flower petals actually, and they were orange. And this flower was super important because it kind of is the flower of Dia de los Muertos, and it is called a marigold. Can you say that with me? Marigold. Now, the marigolds are super popular during this time of year. They're reds, pinks, they can be orange, light orange, yellow, they can be a lot of colors. But the cool thing about marigolds is that they produce all these petals. And we're gonna get to draw some marigolds today to kind of celebrate in our own way Dia de los Muertos. We're not gonna celebrate the sugar skulls or that kind of stuff. We're gonna celebrate the flowers. The flowers create such beautiful parts of the ofrendas and all the cool things that are a part of Dia de los Muertos. And I feel like kinder and first grade are just the right people to create these really pretty marigolds. So this week, we're gonna start talking about Dia de los Muertos. We're gonna start with the flowers, and then we'll kind of work our way into some other things, but for now, it's just flowers. You're just gonna need crayons today, nothing crazy. We're gonna end up making a marigold vase full of, a vase full of marigolds. So today you just need 2 pieces of paper, two, and your crayons, and that's it, okay? And I'm gonna get started on the video here in just a second, but I want you to remember we're celebrating the art part of Dia de los Muertos because there's so much art involved, and you're gonna see that here, next week. So, enjoy the lesson this week. We're going to be talking about the marigolds and Dia de los Muertos and all of that fun stuff. So I hope you enjoy your lesson. I hope you're having a great week. And I really hope that you are just loving school and everything's going wonderful. But all right, Lions, I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, kinder and first grade. I wanted to show you really quickly how to create our marigold flowers. And today we're going to be doing 2 things, okay? I don't know if I mentioned that in my video. Miss A filmed these videos two different times, but we're going to do a background today and we're going to do the flowers. So we're going to start with the flowers today. Now, we're going to talk about something special. It is called a concentric circle. Concentric circles have circles that get bigger, circles that get smaller. So I'm going to give you an example. This isn't what we're doing, but I want to think about this flower here. We started in the middle. The next circle got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until we reached a really big circle, and then they added the flower on the outside. But I want you to think about it as a bullseye. I'm going to flip this over. Let's see. So if Miss A starts here and my circle starts here, and I keep outlining my circle bigger and bigger and bigger until it keeps reaching the size that I want it to, it looks like a bullseye or a target, okay? So you can see that it gets either bigger, or we can start bigger and work our way smaller. Today we're gonna start from a tiny circle and get bigger. And we're gonna make concentric circles today and make our marigold flowers. Now, our flowers aren't gonna look like a flower, they're gonna look like circles, but they're gonna be orange and yellow and red. So right now, pull out an orange crayon, a yellow crayon, and a red crayon. And if you've got different reds, different oranges, and different yellows, you can grab those as well. Miss A can't find her red. We're gonna go with this red. Okay, here's what we're doing. I wanna make 5 flowers today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Now, I'm gonna start with yellow. And these flowers are gonna fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1 here. Oh, can't really see the yellow. 1 here, here, 1 in the middle, and right here. Do you see that? I want 5 flowers. All right, I'm gonna flip this over. Now I'm gonna start over here, and I'm actually gonna start with red, and I'm gonna color this one in. Do you see that? And now I'm gonna grab my orange, and I'm going to kind of color around that red, and I wanna make it a little bit bigger. Come in with the yellow and do the same thing. Okay. And you can even do this first if you want to. You can outline the circle first and then come in and color it in. Okay, that's what you want to do. So we're talking about concentric circles because next week we're going to be learning about an artist, and his name is Mr. Kandinsky, and we're going to kind of use this to transition into a new artist lesson. So I'm going to start with these first. So Miss A's going to keep going. She's just going to keep making these circles. Okay, I'm only going to do 1. The rest I'm going to kind of speed up so that you can see me making them. Okay. Now I'm going to do probably 2 more rings of color because we don't need our flowers to be super duper big. Okay, it's going to look like a target. Alrighty. And your circles don't have to be perfect. It's okay if they're not a circle. If they look a little bit like an oval, that's okay too. So I'm going to stop right there actually. Okay. Now I'm going to do another one. I probably started too close to the edge of the paper, but I'm going to do another, and I'm going to speed up the video a little bit. Okay, so I finished another. Now you're going to be doing 3 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Miss A doesn't want to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to just put circles where the others should be. Now, after you get done making your circles, here's the next part. Okay, we want to add a little bit of detail to our flower. Now, Miss A doesn't right now have a black crayon in this container, so give me just a second. Pause. All right. We are going to add some outlines. Okay, and this is how Miss A is going to do it. We've talked about line, and now Miss A wants to kind of come in and use this black crayon to create some petals. Okay, now we don't want to do too many petals because, excuse me, we don't want to take away from the circles. Okay, so Miss A is going to come in and kind of start here, and she's going to kind of just make some petal lines. Do you see that? Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to come up here and do it again in these spaces in between. Do you see that? In between. And we're going to keep doing that. And again, if you find this hard, that's okay. Just make petals. Okay, so we're going to do it like that. And then Miss A is going to come around and make these kind of wavy lines around the side. You see that? Good. I'm going to come and do it to this one over here. I'm going to start in the middle. Miss A is going to make, they almost look like horseshoe shapes. Do you see that? They look like horseshoes. Okay. Try your best. If you can't do the horseshoe, that's okay. Miss A is going to come in and add some more horseshoes all the way around. Then she's going to come in and make some of these wavy lines. Are my wavy lines touching? No, they're not touching. They're kind of just spread out and they're just wavy. Okay. You're going to do this to all of your flowers that you create. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, guys. So this is the flower portion. Miss A is going to move on to the background portion. It's super easy. Nothing crazy. You just need 2 colors that you like. 2 colors, okay? So after you get done here, go grab 2 of your favorite colors. And Miss A is going to show you how to create the background because we still have to create a vase next week, but we're going to do the background first. All right, here we go for the background. Miss A is going to choose, I'm going to do this kind of, I'd say like aqua blue color. This one's called Robin's Egg Blue. It's like a bluish color. I love it. And then Miss A is also going to do, I think, and I'm not going to do orange because we already have orange. Maybe I'll do pink. All right. Now we've talked about lines. Let's see, this one's called, I'm sorry, I told you the other one, Tickle Me Pink. Okay, we're going to be doing lines. Now we've talked about horizontal lines that look like the horizon line, and we've talked about vertical lines that go up and down. We are going to start with our horizon lines. Now, think back to when Miss A had you practice your silly lines. And we got to choose zigzag lines, curvy lines, loopy lines, hill lines, cloud lines. And you're going to pick one that you want to do. And we're going to go horizontal. Now, Miss A is going to draw a line. Doesn't have to be perfect, just a line. And then she's going to come in, because that's going to be like where our table's at. And I'm going to draw the lines that I want to draw with one color. I'm going to do loopy lines for the bottom part. My loopy lines. So I'm done with that color. I'm going to put it aside. Now I'm going to work on my vertical lines that go up and down. So from this line, Miss A is going to start to do some other lines. I think I'm going to choose zigzag for this part. Now, the reason we're doing vertical lines and horizontal lines, because this is going to be the table that the vase sits on, and this is going to be the background, like the wallpaper of the wall that's behind it. Now, if we were in class, Miss A would be having you paint some fun things, but I know that not everybody has paint at home, and this is a good way for everybody to get the chance to do the project. That one's a little wavy. Sorry, sweet friends, I think you heard my phone ring, so Miss A had to pause it. I kind of sped up. Miss A was in a rush, and look, is that a zigzag line? It's not a zigzag line, but it's all right. So here's what we're doing this week. You're gonna create your 5 flowers, and then we're gonna use a black crayon, or if you don't have black, use a dark colored crayon, dark blue, dark purple, even gray if you have it, to outline and add petals, all right? And those wavy lines. Then we're gonna jump to the background. You need another piece of paper, and you're gonna do your horizontal lines across like the horizon line, okay? They're flat, and you're gonna pick which lines you want. Zigzag, curly, wavy, straight, whatever you wanna do. Then Miss A wants you to create the background on top. So now you're gonna go vertical lines, up and down, okay? Only to that line, don't go past it. And you get to choose again, wavy lines, zigzag lines, all kinds of lines, okay? So get these things complete. I know you guys are gonna do awesome. We're gonna talk more about Marigolds, Dia de los Muertos, Mr. Kandinsky, all kinds of stuff next week. So be ready for a jam-packed lesson. I can't wait to see all these beautiful flowers and backgrounds. You guys have a wonderful week and a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, Lions. Bye.